Árnason. Valbert skorar! Valbert Gunnarsson hefur skorað. Ragnar Bergesen er skotað mark! Glæsilega gert! Óskar Rafn á móti Bjarna. Og Bjarni með góða sendingu fyrir og Haraldur Ingvarsson!
Hello and welcome back to the best pod ever.
Ever. I thought I'd let you get through it as it's just the two of us.
Very good. How very nice of you. It is just the two of us. I am Ragnar, as always, and I'm joined by only
Jamie.
Because Tryggvi is in Spain preparing for, I guess, the World Championship going there. Do you think Spain are going to win it if we bring it global for just a second?
No, I absolutely think England are going to win it. It's coming home and all of that.
God. Do you genuinely
Did you expect anything else from me?
Does your heart truly tell you that it's coming home?
No, my heart tells me that we probably scrape past Argentina and then get absolutely battered in the final.
Okay, nice. Well, stay tuned, everyone. It is Spain-France is tonight as a time of recording. I consider that the sort of final. I agree with you on that front. But I guess, dear listener, you will already know how that went. But enough of this fancy, newfangled international football. And let's get back to the roots. The best league in the world. Because that's
the
what
only
it's called.
thing that ever matters.
Yeah, it's literally the best league. So let's just dive right on in. Did you, pray tell, because I've been away, I was on summer holiday, I was in Iceland and such things. Did you make predictions for last week?
I did indeed.
It was you personally?
It was me personally, and I have them in front of me.
All right, well, let's see how you did. What did you say for KR IPVAF?
Don't hate me for this too much. I had that down as a 2-2 draw.
What? In what world?
In the world where KR was starting to struggle a little bit again.
I mean, yeah, 3-3 against Thor and then losing to Keflavik. Yeah. So I sent you guys a picture. I went to Keflavik because you called me a coward, and I am no coward. And look what they did to me.
I'm just glad you were there to witness it.
Ugh. Never going back. So KR did beat IPVAF 5-2, as you should have predicted. What did you say for Fram Thor?
I like to think I was close with this one. I had a 3-1 win for Fram.
Okay. It ended 6-1, but, functionally the same. What did you say for KR IA? That's a difficult one.
Yeah, this one didn't go well. I had 2-1 IA.
Ugh. It could have been. For a brief moment, it looked like that might be the case.
I know, I was watching, I biting all my fingernails down.
Hashtag stop the count. How much of a coward were you, though, for FH Valur?
I don't think I was a coward for this one. I had 2-1 FH.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. It ended 2-0. You were so close, but wonderful display of bravery. Tempted to give you an extra point, but I won't.
I think I deserve one because I was missing a game as well.
Yeah. No, but you said 2-2 for KR IPVAF. I'm sorry.
Point gone.
Breiðablik Keflavik?
I had this down as a 3-1 win for Breiðablik.
Okay. I was thinking there in my head, if you had called it for Keflavik and been brave, I would have given you that point back.
Oh, damn it.
All right, so you had 3 correct results?
That is right, yeah, 6 points. Well, 7 if we're being generous for the support of FH.
Which we aren't.
Yoey Callie would give me an extra point. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Well, at the end of the season, we might give you one of those Dumbledore, 1 extra point for Gryffindor type shit.
To bring me within 20 of the lead.
Yeah. And then, but he'll give you that 1 extra point, or we will, rather, and you'll be within 20. And then we'll give you another 21 or something, like they always do. Gryffindor always has to win. It's rigged. More rigged than
I am
the
the
World
one that's
Cup.
keeping score as well, so.
Ah. Well, I put my faith in you. So what is the score? Do you know it?
I did do an update last week. I have the piece of paper written somewhere, and I've lost it. So I don't. Oh, I do have it. So, as of last week, you had the lead with 29 points.
Mm-hmm.
Trygve had 23 points, and I was on 20. And that was after we'd done 4 rounds each. So after you two having done 4 rounds and I've done my 5, it's now you top with 29 points, me in second with 26, and Trygve with 23.
Okay. It's not as...
It's tighter than I expected.
Yeah, which is what he said. Oh, I'm going to cut that. So let's dive right in, shall we? Kawed IPVAF, is there much to discuss other than the fact that Kawed really shouldn't be letting 2 goals in against such opposition? How do you feel? How did you feel about this game?
I debated for a minute. I watched the first 20-25 minutes of that, and I debated seeing how much I could rage bait you by saying that I didn't think it was a penalty for Kawed to equalise.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think even I can go that far.
Very good.
It's the first goal for Kawed to concede was a sloppy one to go behind, but then it's just switched back into the Kawed that we know and possibly don't love this season. Yeah, I mean, it's not very often they've had bad days, even though they are shipping goals still, but it's just sort of what we've come to expect is a high-scoring game from both sides, and Kawed come out on top by about 3 goals.
Yeah. Not always, but often enough.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the season is sort of well and truly over, though, because of the last few rounds, right?
Yeah, it does look that way. I was having a quick look before we started recording, and Vikingur now have a game in hand on Kawed and are 8 points clear already.
Yeah, exactly. And they're going to win that game. They have 13 wins and 1 draw.
Are we looking at a potential invincible season?
Oof, not now that you've jinxed it.
You're welcome, world.
Now they're going to go on a huge losing streak, and Kawed are going to take it. Or perhaps more likely Fram are going to take it somehow.
They seem to have got over their tiny little wobble, which, can you call it that when it's Vikingur that beat you?
No. I mean, they're just sort of showing that they're a slightly improved Kawed in certain regards, in that they ship kind of fewer goals, right? They only draw Keflavik, do not lose. And then they beat Thor 6-1.
Big win.
Yeah.
Although, from a 4 perspective, awful.
Yeah, very true. Are we committing to Thor relegated, or do we think that there's any world where they...
Well, I think it's tougher and tougher each week to try and lean towards them being able to save themselves, especially now with, as no spoiler, we've already been through the results with FH winning.
Mm-hmm.
They're even pulling away from them now. I mean, I'm looking at the recent form, and FH are unbeaten in their last 5 games.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly 3 are draws, so not amazing, but it's something to build on, whereas I can't see where the win's coming from for 4 at the moment.
No. In terms of their sort of season form, they're both only on 2 wins. So FH, in their past 5, they do have 2 wins there, and those are their only 2 wins of the season. So they're sort of racking up their points largely on draws, which Thor are not managing to do. They only have 2 wins and 2 draws. FH on 2 wins and 5 draws. I mean, there are only 3 points separating them, and then there's only another 2 up to Kawed. So, it's possible for Thor to just turn a new leaf, but they really got to start doing it.
And even then, I mean, say they scramble, you can't rely on even getting on level points if you're 4 because the goal difference is atrocious.
Yeah, that's true. Minus 26.
I'd rather be in FH's position now, whereby yes, okay, 2 wins is the same, but you're scrapping for points, unbeaten in 5, and your 2 wins are very recent, whereas I can't even remember when Four's wins were, and it all just seems on a downward spiral right now.
Yeah. Interesting here. Thode have conceded the most goals. Do you know who's conceded the second most goals?
I would love to guess, but I'm looking at it, so
You bastard.
that would kind of ruin the game.
Would you have guessed Coward?
I actually think I might have, but that would have just been born out of like assumptions rather than anything else. They've
I kind
shipped
of
a
just
lot.
wish Coward were, if they're going to be like this, I wish that they had conceded an extra 6 goals, so that they would have both the most goals for and against.
I would have to
Coward
give it
I
to them
like.
then. It would be quite iconic of them.
If you could do that and win the league, that's a treble, in my book.
That might be more impressive than an unbeaten season, to be honest.
We spoiled it though. FH Valur, a 0-0 draw until quite late, until like 79th minute or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the worst things you will see, followed by one of the more delicious things you will see, because that back pass back to the keeper, it needed to cover about 15 meters of ground, and it made it about 2.
I want to try and give him the benefit of the doubt and say that the pitch was very wet, but I'm struggling to even do that. It wasn't a back pass as much as just a heavy touch, which he then just stopped and left.
I mean, it's been 78 minutes or something. Surely you've tuned yourself to the pitch at that point.
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, there's been enough talk of FH's pitch all season about how not great it is, and then the weather was certainly not the greatest either. So the combination of the two, but like you say, 90% of the way through the game at that point.
Yeah, like you gotta be a little bit safer than that. But then to go on and concede another, like,
yeah, I can kind of see that
baby,
though. Like,
what is you doing?
I could understand that, and I would, in that position, like as a fan, if I was a Vala fan, I would be willing them forward to try and salvage a draw, and you can sort of forgive conceding a second at that point, I guess.
Just out of sheer like the fact that you're committing so hard forward.
Yeah, I'd rather like go out and try and get something from the game and end up conceding another when it's probably too late anyway, than just try and hold on to a 1-0 loss.
Yeah, but I feel like Valur, the way that they see themselves, they should be able to have the sort of resilience and firepower to bring it back to at least 1-1 against, what looked like almost guaranteed, or at least before this game looked like almost guaranteed relegation candidates.
Yeah, you'd think, wouldn't you? But I mean, this is why we put them in 8th place.
That's true. And as they all say in every interview, hey, that's football.
My favourite cliche.
It is a cliche, but hey, that's football. Yeah, I mean, Valur sitting, if we put them in 8th, they're currently sitting in 5th. I mean, I don't know. Are they, at what point can we call them a shambles?
Shambles might be a tiny bit harsh, but there is only a 4-point gap down to 8th, so we're not far off.
That's true. They're basically, I want to say, I mean, they're closer to that than up. Like, we have the first 4 teams, I say sort of very loosely, seeing as they have 40, 32, 30, and 25 points. There's a full 15-point spread there. But then you get the sort of the wolf pack of 5th place down to 10th place that are on 19 to 13 points. And Valur find themselves sort of in that zone. I mean, they're only 3 points ahead of Keflavik, and they're going down, as we all know.
Yeah, it's... I didn't realise Keflavik were up in 6th. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, it's that goddamn Kawek. I mean, in a certain sense, Valur are just compared to a few seasons ago, they're just in a hashtag freefall. Sacking managers, not in the top 4, the big 4, one might say.
Dare I say the Man United of Iceland?
Oh, you dare. Oh, you dare. So now they're just going to be sort of scrapping around there, getting the occasional second place and being proud of it.
Maybe the odd cup thrown in.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm all for it. I don't mind. But Breiðablik, I mean, we talk about Valur as a bit of a shambles, but Breiðablik they're one place above them, but they are a full 6 points ahead with the game in hand on them. Valur famously they've played 15 games, only Valur and KR have. So where did we put Breiðablik at the start of the season again? Second or something crazy?
Yeah, they were up there. I think we might have had them third below Stjarnan.
Yeah, they're doing okay in that sense. They did manage to beat Keflavik, which is apparently the most difficult thing in the world. But they did have to do it in a sort of sneaky little World Cup-esque way, where there was a definitely an onside goal for Keflavik that should have put them 2-0 up. That was ruled off for offside, which was not a particularly popular decision there in Reykjanesbær. And then Breiðablik came back to win it 2-1.
I think a ball hit a cable as well.
Oh, very good. See, that's the sort of resilience, though, that I was talking about that Valur clearly don't have. That's what separates the 4th from the 5th place. That's what they always say.
That is the defining line of mentality monsters, is whether you're 4th or 5th.
I mean, clearly. But there is something to be said there, I think, that Breiðablik have the sort of, the je ne sais quoi required to go 1-0, almost 2-0 down to Keflavik and bring it back. Maybe the sort of poor decision there swayed the game a little bit. I don't know. But it is, it seems to be the little edge that they have over Valur, whereas Valur just seem to not do so well in the face of adversity after all these sort of fat years. They're struggling with the lean ones or whatever.
Yeah, that decision is sort of one of the ones that gives you a wake-up call as the conceding team, and depending on how you approach it as the team that's been punished by the poor decision, it can either make or break the next sort of like 10-15 minutes for you. So it could be that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, the upheaval at Valor maybe hasn't helped with the resilience. Changing your manager after winning a game, having already planned to do it beforehand, is that going to help your squad's mentality when it comes to being 1-0 down with 10 minutes to go?
Yeah, true that. I can see it. But, I mean, is there maybe a sort of air that there's nothing to play for, do you think, when you're sitting in this sort of position at this point in the season, after doing so bleh by your own standards for the first 14 games? Do you think that these players that are, used to winning and all that sort of stuff, you think at this point they're just like, whatever, we're never going to make it to the top anyway, we're not going to get relegated, whatever?
Yeah, quite possibly. And I mean, with Breiðablik beating Víkingur in the cup and making the final, the hope of having Víkingur win the league and then a European place get passed down through the cup is sort of dwindling as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anything below, Breiðablik, you're sort of, the only thing to play for is making sure you don't get dragged down into that what could be a bit of a mess for 11th place.
Yeah. So if you had to revise your relegation predictions now, like we have been doing continually throughout the season, what are you doing?
4, I think, are locked in. I had KR in there before. I had the 2 Akureyri teams going down recently. Mm-hmm. But I'm not liking the look of EA's form. And I think they could really get sucked into it. And I think FH's run up. I wouldn't like to pinpoint it on one. I'm still not sold on KR. I think it's 4 and then either KR or EA now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now that you've said it, EA are just going to somehow win the league. It'll be some absolute miracle. I mean, yeah, it's hard to say that Thode aren't locked in, although with the split and everything and the fact that it's still relatively tight, 2 games can upend this whole thing. It's hard to call them like absolutely nailed on, but I guess if I had to call it, it'd be Thode and Keflavik,
Yeah, I mean, the split is true, but 4 have to stay in touching distance until the split, and they don't look like doing that at the moment.
No, that's true.
And as for Keflavik, they're in the top half, so...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they're only 1 point off ninth. So there's time. There's always time. Another thing sort of worth mentioning maybe is the fact that Vikingur won their first European tie against Gjør, I'm going to assume is how it's pronounced, from Hungary, right?
They did, yeah.
What a showing.
I watched that and I was quite impressed with Vikingur, actually. I thought it should have been more than one. They had the chances to do it. I don't know whether... I don't want to be disparaging to Vikingur when I say this, but I don't know whether I'm also going to go with Gjør. Whether them being right at the start of their season and having not really played any competitive games and playing away first aided them. But yeah, I was impressed with Vikingur. Thought they could have had 2 or 3, to be honest.
But I think going for the away ties, only 1-0 up is dangerous.
Oh, absolutely. I think they definitely would have hoped for, given how they played and how that game played out. If they could have got even just a second, would have made it a whole different story. Although, saying that, I am checking it at time of recording. We are half an hour into that second leg and it's still 0-0. So they're holding on so far.
Fair enough. Let's see how it goes. By the time you listen to this, dear listener, you will know. Stjarnan also played against the other Vikingur, and they won 3-1, correct me if I'm wrong?
Yeah, 3-1.
Yeah, so they're looking pretty. And remind me how Karabakh Vestry went?
Just the 3-0 to Karabakh.
Just the 3-0. I mean, that can be overcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
In sunny East.
Everyone, no.
It's not. It must be playing
sunny
Reykjavik,
Reykjavik,
right? Yeah, I was going to say there's no way. That is honestly xenophobic. It's bigoted to not let them play at home.
How dare UEFA have ground regulations?
I mean, yeah, it's ruining the beautiful game. You know, it's supposed to just be, you know, football is where you play it. You know, if you make it to the conference league and all you got is sweaters for posts, then god damn it, that's how we're going to play.
Yeah, game's gone otherwise.
It's utter woke nonsense is what I'm going to say.
I agree. But 3-0 can definitely be overturned. I mean, that's nothing.
Yeah, it's the most dangerous lead I've heard.
More dangerous than 2, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. 50% more dangerous. All right, well, we should probably... We'll move on to the 3 stars and then we'll do our predictions. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me.
So we have a bit of a fight saved up for the third one. So, but what is happening here is that we have, for perhaps the first time ever, perhaps not, who knows, a buffet of stars of individuals who have scored 2 goals apiece this round. And I guess the first sort of either the most or the least noteworthy star, time will tell, is going to be given to Gils Gislason at FH for scoring 2 against Valur and beating them. For FH to beat Valur is crazy. And I mean, that finish was delicious. So that's an earned star right there.
Everyone needs to go and check out the highlights of that just to see that chip. It was incredible.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay, so then the second star, another 2-goaler. This one, though, rather than giving a 2-goal lead, inspired a comeback from 2 goals behind. Sveit Margir from KA. The first of which, again, go and watch the highlights. An incredible strike.
Yeah, it's a screamer.
Absolutely. And yeah, brought them back from 2-0 down to 2-2 and set them up for the late winner there.
And then the third star, we should get them to fight or something. But we have 2 boys. We have Haraldur Einar of Fram and we have Aron Sig of KR, both of whom also scored 2 goals and put in important performances. You know, there's a part of me wants to offset the coward bias that we've always talked about and give it to Aron, you know, but I'm interested in hearing your thoughts.
Well, I was leaning the other way, and I think we should definitely give it to Haraldur.
Okay. I just feel like, you know, Fram, they have, you know, an ex-coward manager, a player or 2. I feel like it's sort of reinforcing the sort of coward, anti-coward agenda.
Absolutely. Yeah.
On this podcast. But or what?
We could go, do we have the authority to do something unprecedented and give a 4th star?
I mean, Tryggvi's not here. Daddy's not home.
I think we could do it.
Do we give them a 4-star, or do we what's his name? King, who's the one that said he was going to chop the baby in half?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What? You're not cultured? Solomon,
Clearly
King
not.
Solomon in the Bible, bro, where there was some moms that were they had a dispute over a baby, and they wanted to ask the king to judge on who was going to get the baby, and he was having none of their nonsense, so he offered to cut the baby in half and give them each half a baby. They didn't like that idea. It's famous, bro. It's in, I would venture to say, one of the more famous books.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, fair enough. So it's either that, we can either give them sort of half a star, but I feel like the Bible taught us in this story that that's a half a star is no star at all. So let's give 4 stars this week.
I mean, how often do we get 4 players that score 2 goals? I feel like we're normally scraping around to try and find someone who's got a goal and an assist or something like that. So,
Amen. I'm all for it. 4 stars. Kids, Kisla, Svetmarker, Harald Reinar, and Aron Sig. Unprecedented. These are, what was the line in COVID? You know, it's
unprecedented times.
Was it just unprecedented times?
I think so.
Yeah, well, we are living in them, boys and girls. And the games that are coming up, we got Trygve to send in his predictions, for it is his turn. So I'm going to read them out for you. And you can, I guess you can note them down, but we also have his predictions right here, so it doesn't need to be noted down. But here we go. On Saturday, July 18th, we have 2 games. We have Thor Vikingur, and he went the way of cowardice and said 3-0 Vikingur.
I think the confident move there would have been to go like 7 or 8-0.
Yeah, but maybe Thor sort of bouncing back somehow. I don't know. Then we have Valur Fram, and he went what would have been called brave some time ago, but might be safe. He said Valur 1, Fram 2.
I like it. I can get behind it.
Yeah, I'm a fan. Then on Sunday, we have 2 games. We have IPVAF Kawa, and he went 2-1 IPVAF. He's Team Jamie when it comes to Kawa.
Yeah, I can back it.
Okay. Then we have Kaur Stjarnan. He went 3-2 Kaur.
Coward.
Nah, I can see it. I like it. Ooh, he went brave on Monday, though.
Very.
FH Breiðablik 1-1.
I can see it. I like it.
And then he went Keflavik IA 1-1. Calling
Bold.
draws is brave at the best of times, but like, I can see both of them. I'm going to go ahead and say his predictions are largely correct.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards that. I mean, as we know, Keflavik are the best team in the world, so maybe only giving them a draw is a bit harsh on them, but
yeah, it would appear that they are the best team in the world. I'm looking at, just because I saw the picture of my predictions from a couple of weeks ago that I sent in, and did I get all of them wrong?
It was your weakest week, which was 2 points. You got
I got one result. Yeah, good God.
Yeah, that is what kept us all in touching distance.
Yeah, and now Tryggvi's going to get a bunch of points. Oh well. So those are the games. That's us, I think, this week. Your boys. You have anything else?
I do have one quick update for our dear listeners who will know the result at the time that they listen to this, but at the time of recording, it is now 1-1 in Gjør Vikinga.
1-1 on aggregate or 1-1?
No, 2-1 on aggregate to Vikinga.
Wait, so in the time that we've been talking, the couple of minutes, they've both scored?
Yeah, Vikinga scored, I forget how, but a header from a corner, I think. And Gjør scored a penalty.
Well, I'll be. Well, stay tuned, listeners.
Vikinga flying the flag once again.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, I guess we thank you for this week, and you go read up on sort of your Bible stuff, because you seem to be liking a little bit of culture.
I can't do that. It's too busy coming home.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Damn it. Okay, well, you go drink pints in the park or whatever, You get real sunburnt. And,
The classic British way.
Yeah, exactly. And I will not do that. I'm sad because Norway are out, and I decided that they were going to win the whole thing.
I think you weren't the only one there.
No, I know. Oh well. Football related catchphrase, and see you next week.
Bye bye.